I've been gone for some time. Hey guys, it's X Lizandria X, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, okay, I get it. Okay. Y'all want to know why I've been gone. Honestly, these last couple of months, life been lifing. I'ma just say that. But I'm back, and hopefully stay on YouTube for a longer period of time. I honestly do miss making YouTube videos and talking about my TV shows and my commentaries and my movies. I miss it. So I got my ring light set up over here, and we're gonna get on in today's video. Enough with that jibber jabber. I hope y'all like the new intro, and I hope y'all like the new outro music that I'm gonna have at the end of this video. Of course, y'all know today we are talking about the Parkers. Since it's my first time back on YouTube in the last couple of months, I wanted to do a little video with some ease. So I think making a tier list video is what I know best and how I do best, because they're honestly the most easiest videos to film and edit. So I'm just like, why not just go with the Parkers? Even though I have not made a proper like TV analysis on the Parkers like at all, you know, just make a tier list about them, and then in the future, if I want to make a video about the Parkers, I can. And for those of you who watch my channel and don't know what the Parkers is, the Parkers is actually a spinoff of Moesha. This is like a late 90s, early 2000s, while Moesha was like more in the late 90s. Honestly, I have to be honest, I haven't watched Moesha all the way, but like Downstairs in the Kitchen, Dabble, it's like a station that comes on like antenna like networks and stuff. And Dabble plays Moesha. In some of the episodes that I've seen of Moesha, I don't really like Moesha. I like the Parkers better than I do Moesha. So I'll probably more so talk about the Parkers more than I will Moesha. I probably will never talk about Moesha on this channel. Just let y'all know the origins. The Parkers is actually a spinoff of Moesha. Let's go over these tiers, shall we? So the first tier is, I wish this was a real person. Like, that should say that I really like this character a lot, and I really do enjoy this character, and I wish, you know, this was a real person so they could be my friend. We could be cool, we could be chill. Next is fun character. You know, like, I really like their character. They're fun, they're great, I like everything about them. Then we have cool people. Y'all know ever since I started making these tier list videos, I've always had cool people, or you're cool people, but you know, they're just cool people, and that's fine. Then I have tolerable. Like, you know, I don't necessarily like the character. Like, I mean, they're okay and they're tolerable, but you know, I would kind of, you know, nah. Then I have neutral, which, I mean, I don't like them, I don't dislike them, they're just kind of there for me, you know, whatever. And then I have, I'm so glad this isn't a real person, which I'm pretty sure by context clues we know what that means. So our first character, of course, is Nikki Parker. This is the mother of Kim Parker. She's cool, you know, like, I like Nikki. I feel like Nikki is a very well-rounded character. Her only issue is just her harassment toward Professor Ogilvy and her delusion toward Stanley Ogilvy. I'm like, girl, open your eyes. First of all, stop harassing this man. Second of all, this man does not want you. And third of all, you have these men out here who would rather have you more than Stanley ever will. That's like the only downside to Nikki's character. That Nikki was such a cool character. She really was. She was there when she needed to be. But this whole Stanley Ogilvy thing really, ugh. And I did not like the season finale when she married him. Sorry if I spoiled it for you, but she should have never. You know, Stan was just mad because he finally was not going to have no woman obsessed over him. So I'm going to have to put Nikki Parker in, oh gosh, I'm in between cool people and tolerable, because like I said, she was so cool, but because of her thing I'm just gonna put Nikki intolerable. The only reason why I'm putting Nikki intolerable, oh come on, I'm only putting Nikki intolerable is, you know, because of her thing toward Professor Ogilvy. Now we got Kim Parker. We got Kim, which is the daughter. I enjoy Kim, but I just can't cannot stand her character development, because in the times that I did watch Moesha, she wasn't a bad character, but over the time they kind of just flanderized Kim's character to just be very dumb and very stupid. So I did not like that the writers did that, but overall I did like Kim. And you know, I finally like how sometimes she would just get out of the whole thing of boys and really focus on herself, especially when it came to the fashion. But I just did not like how the writers wrote her to just be dumb, you know, because Kim and Moesha was not like that. And even in the beginning of like season 1, Kim was not like that. They just wrote her character to be more dumber and dumber and dumber by each season. I think I want to put Kim in Cool People. I think I want to put her there. I would put her in Fun Character, but because they flanderized her character so bad, I'm gonna just go on and stick my girl Kim in Cool People. Stevie Van Lowe, which was Kim's best friend in the show. Stevie was alright, but she could get very naggy, and I did not like when Stevie got naggy. She got naggy, and I could not stand her. But other than that, I will say that Stevie was a pretty cool character, you know. So I don't really have much to say about Stevie, and I know this kind of looks weird, but this is like the only picture I could find of like a decent picture, because like all these characters, they have like their professional headshots for the show, except for Jenna Van Oy for some odd reason. So I couldn't find it anywhere. So I'm gonna put Stevie right beside her best friend, Cool People. She also, you know, had mommy issues too. Now we got T, or Thaddeus Radcliffe. I think T was really more so of a character for comic relief more than anything. T really didn't add much contribution to the show other than being the comic relief or being used. And you know, I will say I love their group Freestyle Unity, because I love that song. They'd be like, is it true love? Because baby, I can't tell. Picture me just falling in love with you. If I can find it, I'll put it in this clip.
The woman in my life, and I'm thinking it's you. Oh.
Picture me just falling in love with you. You know I love you.
T was a fun character. I'll say he was fun. He was a little crazy, and I didn't like how in season 1 they cut out Kim to have this big crush on T, and T didn't, like, you know, trying to make it like mother like daughter, because you know, Nikki with Ogilvy. So I'm gonna put T in Fun Character, but like I said, he really was just used more so as a plot device. His character was fun nonetheless. Andell, was her last name Wilkerson or Wilkes or Wilkers? Wallace Williams? I can't remember. It started with a W. I have my phone right here. Hold on, I can look it up right here, y'all. Andell Wilkerson. Yep. So Miss Andell. Okay, so Andell, I like Andell, and you know what is crazy? I really liked how she would tell Nikki that, you know, she would tell Nikki about herself and how, you know, Professor Ogilvy really didn't like her like that. So she was very honest, and I remember in the last episode when she locked Stanley in a closet because he was about to ruin everything for Nikki, just because out of his own selfish ambition. So she had her restaurant, Andell's. That was cool, and she really was looking out for Nikki. I feel like she was the voice of reason for Nikki a lot of the times. So Andell, honestly, I'm gonna put Andell in the brightest green. Andell can go in. I wish this was a real person, but RIP to her actress. Yvette Wilson actually did pass away in 2012, so RIP to her. Yeah, I wish Andell was a real person. Oh, Stanley Ogilvy. You know what? Just cut the brakes. Just stop the record, because I'm actually gonna go on and put him in. I'm so glad this isn't a real person. And the reason why I'm gonna go on and put Stanley there is because even though yes, Nikki was harassing him, I will admit, the way he would just act towards certain things and certain people in that voice and that tone, he just But what really irritated me the most about him, which is why I put him in, I'm so glad this isn't a real person, is because when Nikki was in that relationship in like the earlier seasons, and then when she was gonna get married, he got jealous of her because she had moved on from him, and then he was like, I think I'm in love with Nikki, when the whole time he was not in love with no Nikki Parker. He just liked the chase that she was doing to him, and when she was interested in somebody else, that's when he was like, oh, wait a minute, am I, you know, I feel like Stanley Ogilvy was also very insecure because he had lost his girlfriend as well. Like, she broke up with him, Veronica, in the earlier season, so I feel like he didn't have any self-worth or something like that. It was something like that, I don't know. That's just like some weird character analysis that I have about Stanley Ogilvy. But yeah, y'all, that is my list of my characters. More content coming soon. I have like so many videos that I need to film. I'm actually going to start working on this particular video in the background while I'm, you know, doing this for you guys. I'm honestly, it's gonna probably be more like a, you know, like a Quentin reviews or like a Mr. Nostalgia type video, where the video is probably going to be like a really long video analysis of a television show. Like, I won't sit here and make a 4-hour video, because first and foremost, that would not transport my computer not be able to get that footage out. But what I will say, I am going to be making this television show analysis. I'm not going to say what TV show it is. I did start watching it, but I haven't watched it in a minute, so I'm going to restart from episode 1, and y'all will probably see the analysis video probably a little later. You guys will probably see it like sometime next year, maybe in like May or June. Like, it's gonna be way next year. But I really want to tell y'all what television show it is, but I cannot let y'all know that right now. But yeah, new content coming on the way. I hope y'all like this new outro music that I put in the new outro. Thank y'all for watching this video. But like, comment, share, and subscribe, especially subscribe, and I hope that y'all have a good day. Bye.